So I'll read a statement. This is a statement regarding the mass deportation orders. So I just want to briefly address the mass deportation orders that we have been reviewing along with other Democratic attorneys general all across this nation. As most of you know, we have been preparing for this moment for some time, which is why there was a quick response to the birthright citizenship executive order. We filed within hours. And there are other announcements that have been coming from Washington regarding immigration issues, and it is well established through long-standing Supreme Court precedent that the United States Constitution prevents the federal government from commandeering states to enforce federal laws. Let me say that again. The United States Constitution prevents the federal government from commandeering states to enforce federal laws. And while the federal government may use its own resources for federal immigration enforcement, the court ruled in Prince, P-R-I-N-T-Z, versus the United States, that the federal government cannot impress into its service and at no cost to itself the police officers of the 50 states. The balance of power between the federal government and state government is a touchstone of our American system of federalism. And the president cannot unilaterally rewrite the Constitution. As New York State's Attorney General, I will enforce our state's law, and I'll be not distracted by all of the noise that's coming from Washington, D.C., and will not sit idly by while the Constitution is being undermined. Again, we are not individuals who are the face of resistance. We are willing to work with the office of President Trump, but when it comes to any violation of the United States Constitution or the Constitution of the state of New York or the rights of vulnerable or marginalized populations, including but not limited to the immigrant communities, we will enforce the law. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It truly is an honor and a privilege to be here with my colleagues, because defunding the Department of Education will harm millions of American students. And this is what the Trump administration is trying to do by gutting the Department of Education. This effort will make it harder for students to learn and get the well-rounded education they deserve. And that's why my colleagues and I are fighting back. We filed our lawsuit to put a stop to the mass layoffs and cuts to the Department of Education that this administration is trying to carry out, because we know that these cuts are aimed to end the agency as a force for good and for student access. Dismantling the Department of Education would be devastating for the over 50 million K through 12 students across this country. Over 50 million children are in its crosshairs. It is their education that is at stake here. Here in New York, our K through 12 schools received over $6 billion from the Department of Education last year. And as a proud product of New York Public Schools, I will fight to ensure they receive the support that our millions of students deserve. Additionally, New York college students receive more Pell Grants than almost any other state. The most vulnerable students, those who come from low-income families or have special needs, will be the most impacted by these cuts. Department of Education funds ensure that students with special needs have teachers and local workers that can support them. They provide more resources for schools that serve low-income populations, and they support schools in rural areas that often lack sufficient staff and resources. The Department of Education also defends the rights and safety of every student. The Office of Civil Rights protects students from discrimination and sexual assault, and firing staff that work in this office would put students in danger. The Trump administration's efforts to eliminate the Department of Education are not only wrong, they are illegal. And the president does not have the power to dismantle an agency that Congress established by law. And the president cannot cut off funds that Congress appropriated with a stroke of a Sharpie. The administration's attempt to deprive our children of a quality of education is reckless, wrong, and immoral. And just as we have done with their other destructive policies, we're going to put a stop to it. Because for all of us, this is just another day of chaos, confusion, and contempt of government, and we won't allow it. I thank Attorneys General Bonta, Campbell, and Lopez, and all of our colleagues who have joined in this lawsuit for their partnership in this effort to protect students and our schools and our educators and the many millions of families who rely on them each and every day. Today, I know we will protect our students, and today I stand with my colleagues in support of the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as they say in my church, protocol has already been established. But all I want to ask is, Brooklyn in the house? No, okay. What, Brooklyn what? Brooklyn Center, yay! Okay, I'm home, yay! I come from New York, and I've come here today because individuals cry in my arms each and every day in my beloved Brooklyn. Immigrants who are concerned about their family being separated. Individuals who are concerned about whether or not their spouses are going to come home, whether or not they're going to be deported in the absence of due process. Individuals who have lost jobs, who don't know whether or not they're going to be able to pay their mortgage or their rent. Veterans who have served our country mightily. Law enforcement officers who grants have been cut because all of us engage in drug interdiction. We all know about opioids. We know about fentanyl. And then there's a new drug out there called xylazine. I see it each and every day. I see seniors, because I love my seniors, who are concerned about the privatization of Social Security. Yeah. And people concerned about Medicaid, who rely upon Medicaid each and every day. And so just like one of my sheroes, Barbara Jordan, I have my faith in the Constitution is whole. It's complete. And I'm not going to sit idly by and allow this government to diminish our Constitution, to diminish our freedoms, our liberty. Not now, not ever. I've got a lot of fight in me. I come from a humble family, and I'm not afraid. Individuals have come up to me in New York and all across, and they've said, Tish, aren't you afraid? And the answer is, I'm more concerned about individuals who are losing all of their benefits. I'm gonna be all right, because I've got righteousness on my side. I've got Americans on my side. I've got individuals who believe in freedom, who believe in liberty, who believe in the rule of law, who believe in our Constitution, that are prepared to stand back. And now, what Democrats need to do is have some steel in their backbone and stand up and fight back. We're all in this together, united as one. Let us all stand up, fight back, and protect this democracy now and for always. God bless you. I want to thank, first before I begin, I hope and pray that as a result of the building collapse in the Bronx, that there was not a loss of life and no serious injury to anyone. And so I pray that everyone comes out of that building safely. I want to thank Governor Hochul for bringing us all together this morning. I want to thank members of labor who are here, and I want to thank all of you for being here. Last night, my office had to file an emergency complaint at midnight because we uncovered that FEMA had slashed the budget of the MTA by $33 million. We were awarded a grant that is focused on detection of any risks, security risk. $33 million that was awarded to New York. And they slashed it to zero. And then they took those funds and reallocated them to other states. And the condition of that eligibility is risk. And after 9/11, I can think of no other state that is facing the risk than New York. So the question that you ask is, why did they zero it out? They zeroed it out because they allege that we're a sanctuary city. But at the same time, they reallocated those funds to other sanctuary cities. At the end of the day, we will cooperate with regards to criminal immigration enforcement, but not civil immigration enforcement, and there is a difference. We've witnessed every day individuals who do not represent the worst of the worst. No, they're individuals in our construction industry, our farming industry, individuals who lift up our economy in the state of New York, families that have been separated, children that are crying, all because of this immigration animus that this administration has. And that's why we filed right before the government shutdown, demanding and declaring that that illegal act violates everything that we believe in, violates the Administrative Procedure Act, violates the separation of the states, violates the 10th Amendment, is ultra-virus, and the list goes on and on and on. And so we seek to recover that $30 million for all of the individuals who ride the subway every day to keep them safe. And this shutdown is just another example of more chaos and confusion and pain to New Yorkers. And so for all of those in Congress who purport to represent the interest of New York, where are you? Where are your interests? Why are you not defending the state of New York? Because we have to fight my office whenever the president issues an executive order. In fact, we filed over 40 cases in response to illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional executive orders, including FEMA, that we need now in response to that building in the Bronx collapsing. Yep. Thousands of individuals in this city will be furloughed. Thousands on Long Island. Thousands in the city of New York, in each and every borough, in upstate New York, in central New York as well. And every possible program that you can think of, from Head Start to food pantries to some of our health centers, will all be impacted. Governor, I'm so glad the members of the legislature are here. And I am so glad that we have members of unions, the labor movement here. Because I want all of you to know we're going to have to stand together, arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder, with no space between us, defending the interests and the rights of New Yorker. My name is Letitia James, and if you harm New York, you've got to go through the office of the Attorney General, headed by Tish James. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I've got your back. Yeah. I love you more. So good evening, everyone. It is so good to be here with all of you, standing with my very good friend, my little brother, and one of the boldest voices in the history of New York politics, Zoron Mandani. We are here tonight because we are ready to turn the page on the cynical, broken politics of the past. We are ready to build a city that works for the people who actually make it run, working people, the teachers, the nurses, the drivers, the home health aides, the firefighters, the police, not just for those at the top, but for working people who built this city from the ground up. And we are living through twin crises, a crisis of affordability and a crisis of wage stagnation. Rent is up, and yes, it is too damn high. Groceries cost more, and too many families are living from one paycheck to the next. And childcare is too expensive, and too many New Yorkers are leaving the city because of failed policies of this city and state. And at the same time, we see powerful voices trying to silence truth. Political gain. We are witnessing the fraying of our democracy, the erosion of our system of government. This, my friends, is a defining moment in our history. Let us stand together to defend our rights, to protect every safeguard, every institution, every immigrant. Every norm and every rule of law. You see, I know what it feels like to be attacked for just doing your job. But I also know what it feels like to overcome adversity. And so I stand on solid rock. And I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. I will not give in. I will not give up. You come for me, you gotta come to all of us. All of us. Every single one of us. We're all in this together. You see, I've learned to stand on the shoulders of my ancestors who came before me and who weathered the storm. And despite being seared with scars, they survived. And if they can survive, so will we. So over the last few days, I've summoned their strength and their courage. And I will keep fighting for justice. I will keep fighting for New Yorkers. I will keep fighting the aggressive policies of Washington, D.C., and I will not give up, and I won't give in. So we have no time to linger and focus on pettiness and revenge. We've got to press on, press forward, continue the journey, claim the victory. Triumph over fear and courage. Courage, my friend, is resistance to fear. And so I fear no man. I see the courage that is embodied in Zoron. And that's why I am supporting him. He is a leader fighting for a better future for this city. And he, like me, knows what it's like to be attacked, to be called names, to be threatened, to be harassed. And each and every day he wakes up with this fire in his belly because he wants to build a better New York. He recognizes that justice is more than just a word, that justice must be made real, that there are people struggling each and every day in this city. And all you have to do is drive around in this city and see all of the lines in the food pantries and all of those who are just trying to put their nickels together to make ends meet. He is a leader who recognizes the pain and the struggle of countless number of New Yorkers, those in public housing tonight that are dealing with the conditions in public housing, those who have to go to housing court tomorrow and face the possibility of being evicted, those who cannot find childcare, those who can't afford the groceries, those who can't afford all of the luxuries that most children get. Those low-income children struggle every day. I've seen it for far too long. And I am supporting someone, this young man, who believes in the same values that I believe in, who recognizes that he is of the people, and who recognizes that we've got to change the way that we do politics in this city. Someone who believes in his heart of hearts that there is a way to raise up all boats and to make sure that this is a city for all of us and not just the rich. And so I'm with Zoron. So let's turn this page. Let's knock on those doors. Let's canvass and talk to our neighbors and tell them the good news. And let's lift up the spirits of those individuals who have been left behind, who don't believe in the sunshine of opportunity, who don't believe in access, who don't believe in politics. Let's convince them that we are about to elect a man who believes in their future. Let's lift the spirits of those who feel hopeless and left out and ignored. Tell them that they are not alone, that we stand with them. And tell them that they are more powerful than they really know, and that their voices will be heard at the ballot box. And that he who endures shall conquer. We will shape a future that we can all deserve. Because now, yes, is our time. So, let's elect a man who believes in that future. A man who really believes in that future. A man who wakes up each and every day thinking how he can improve and build a future for all of us. He's a fighter for a better day. A man who believes in big dreams for all of us. If you believe in Zoron, and if you believe in, again, making sure that all of us will be okay, then right now I need all of you to make some noise. Let them hear you. Let them hear you. Let them hear you. I need you to roar for the next mayor of the city of New York, Zoron Mandani.
Last one, on topic, Jack, go ahead.
Speaking of punitive measures and exacting revenge, General, I wonder if you might speak about the indictment that you're now facing and what.
Is that on topic yet? Is that on topic?
Okay.
And what some are seeing as a pattern with the administration of extracting revenge from political enemies.
Well, it's also, I will let her answer for herself. She's certainly very more than capable. But it is absolutely the weaponization of the Department of Justice. And that's what's so scary about this, that no one in this country is safe if you stand up against this administration or just do your job, as our Attorney General has been doing, that you are now in their crosshairs. And so, I have confidence in our Attorney General to be able to withstand what's coming. But these are dark, scary days.
I would say what she said. But first of all, the decision was based on the Administrative Procedure Act, an arbitrary and capricious act by this agency, an unlawful act. And so too is the indictment. It's baseless. It's nothing more than retribution. Retribution for basically doing my job. For doing my job following a 2-year investigation in a congressional hearing. It wasn't political. It was based on facts and the application of the evidence. And the judgment was sustained. The amount of the disgorgement was what was dismissed. But the judgment remains. And so at this point in time, we will vigorously defend those charges, those baseless charges. My arraignment, as you know, is next Friday. I visit Norfolk quite frequently. My family is in Norfolk. I love my family. And I will defend these charges. And I want everyone to know that it is completely baseless and I am totally innocent. Thank you.
I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank you for your prayers. I want to thank you for your emails. I want to thank you for your support. It has strengthened my spirit and it has anchored my soul. And so I want to thank you. But this is not about me. This is about all of us. And about a justice system which has been weaponized. A justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge. This justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge. And a weapon against those individuals who simply did their job and who stood up for the rule of law. system, which unfortunately is nothing being used as a vehicle of retribution.
Yes. Yes.
But my faith is strong. And my faith is, I have this belief in the justice system, in the rule of law, and I have a belief in America and all of its individuals who have stood with me, not only in New York, but all across this nation. I've heard from just about every jurisdiction in this nation who have said, stand up and be tall. And never ever cow down or back down or break or bend. So there's no fear today. No fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. Because I believe that justice will rain down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Preach. And I'm here to say that my work and my job and all that I do, all throughout my public career, I've stood up for the rights of New Yorkers and Americans, and I will not be deterred.
That's a lie.
And I will not be deterred. I will not be distracted. I will do my job each and every day, and that's why I'm headed back to New York, because there's work to be done standing up for the rule of law. God bless you and thank you all, and I appreciate